I love Cheryl dearly, and I think she is such a worthy person to be the first for the Honeyline.
So let's watch a little bit of Cheryl. She makes a hell of a bee. Watch this.
So Cheryl, the reason I wanted you to be my first guest is because I actually consider you sort of a bee on my personal Honeyline.
Oh, thank you. The thing that, when I think about the Honeyline thing, I remember the day that you called me, and I had not met you before but knew who you were. I'd just been diagnosed, and you reached out to me through a friend because you had a holistic treatment from Hawaii.
Right.
But I just remember you bringing that over and coming into my house, and I immediately felt like this is somebody I've known forever.
Tell me, a little bit about when you found out when you had breast cancer and sort of what was the gear then?
Well, it was a really interesting time, and you were around for a lot of that, but there were several factors in my personal life that made my diagnosis feel unsurmountable, and one of which was I'd spent a lot of time in the cancer community because of the relationship that I was in with the very well-known cancer survivors. And then when I got diagnosed, it seemed like a really mean joke,
Well, and you just kind of broken up too. I mean,
6
not
days
to
later,
like to add to the mean joke part of it.
Yeah, exactly. And then compound that with the fact that it's cancer, it's the C word, and your life immediately, your brain immediately flashes on, is my life over? Will my life ever be the same?
Did you feel isolated and, kind of sorry for yourself?
People always say, well, just try and stay busy or try not to think about it, and let's try to keep your chin up. And that Western philosophy, I think, doesn't serve us very well. I think ultimately your biggest growth comes from actually being mad and actually experiencing disappointment, experiencing grief and sadness. I had to learn how to feel weak and vulnerable in order to feel my strength again.
And do you think that there's any connection between sort of rolling the dice as a single mom and saying, I'm going to just go for it and start the process of adopting a baby and having gone through the cancer?
Yeah, because your whole life is about this mythology that's kind of been projected on you about what family looks like. It looks like a man and a woman and a happy marriage and a house, and then the baby comes, and I had to let go of that. I had to say, okay, maybe waiting is keeping me from having what it is that I am yearning for. And so my choice was really just to say, okay, I'm gonna open up the door, I'm gonna create this space and see what happens. And then all of a sudden the universe was like throwing babies at me. It was really quite unbelievable. When I was in the middle of radiation and my adoption attorney called and said, I have a baby who's coming next week, which I had to say no, because my lesson was to take care of myself and not immediately just transfer my caretaking onto another little being.
I think, the other great part of the tale is why it wasn't, okay, you got the call and here's your, this baby and there he is first time. You had to go through it a little bit.
Yeah, he was third, and I think he did wait until the coast was clear. I was still going through my own grief still. I was still going through feeling sad about losing the relationship with the 3 children I had in my last relationship. There was a lot of cleaning and clearing and just getting healthy again. And he waited until that moment to sort of say, okay, I'm coming.
I have held you close and breathed your name, my dear.
I came here to see him for the first time, and you had come from a shoot. I think it was actually for American Express. I will not forget it. And you were fully maxed out, hair, makeup, super tight dress, high heels, and like a 4-day-old baby. And I thought, most new moms aren't really, working that look right now. Usually you're all bloated and kind of tired. And did you? Okay, so when
actually, I look like a lot of Hollywood moms actually, who've lost the weight and are working out
in 6 days.
In 6 days.
What do you dream for Wyatt's life?
I dream that he will grow up with a really strong connection to nature, and that he wind up doing something that he loves, that he's passionate about, and I don't care what it is. Hopefully allow him to kind of discover who he is and what makes him happy, what brings him joy.
So I can